I said, like reading hymnography sometimes and reading midrash does that, because it's like it says something that is surprising, and you kind of know that it's a wise person that said that.
Yeah.
So because you kind of trust the people that said it, then all of a sudden you're like, well, why did he say that?
Yeah.
Right? Why did he compare these to this? You know, there's I think it's Saint Jerome. I'm not sure. I might be wrong, but there's one of the early saints that said something like, the story of Samson is one of the closest stories of Christ. I think, well, that's a weird statement, because the story of Samson is a crazy story. And so it's like, well, because you trust them. Like, okay, well, I'm going to take that seriously. I'm going to look into it and see where it sticks, like where it actually sticks. So, I mean, I don't know. The whole AI thing is right. Have you tried to ask a question with this King James AI?
Well, we just built it. I haven't played with it yet at all. You know, like I'd like to say, well, write 1,000 words on the further adventures of Satan, right? Because it'll do it.
Yeah.
And then
you might be surprised to find that Satan is not a very clear character in the Bible.
No,
actually, it's all that tradition around it that is actually holding some of the things.
Well, one of the things we want to do too is we want to expand its training, because I'd like to throw Milton and Dante into the works as well. Like you could take the, you know, if the biblical corpus is at the bottom, which it is, then there's the next tier of thinkers. Milton would be one of those, like Shakespeare, Dante, St. Augustine. Like there's no reason not to feed those, and some of the midrash as well. Maybe all of it.
I think one of the things that, and then some of the what we call canon in the Orthodox Church, which is that in every day in the Latin service, there are these little songs that just a series of analogies, like that new analogies between Old Testament, New Testament, that does all this comparison, and that type of stuff would help to interconnect some of the aspects that are harder to connect.
Right.
And that's pretty early too. You know, Milton is late, and so he has a lot of romantic tropes in his way of thinking. Dante, for sure, that'd be interesting. Also because he brings in kind of pagan stuff in it.
Yeah.
Well, he does a lot of. This is some of the things that I think is useful. You know, I have this whole series on my channel called Universal History, where we try to do that. We show how the ancients, especially the medieval, the way that they understood themselves was as a joining of something like as a joining of Jerusalem and Rome, and they did that explicitly in their stories. So every time a new people would convert to Christianity, they would mythologically find a way to connect their origins to a character in the Bible, and then to Troy. And so like the Vikings, the Franks, all these people
that's bringing them under the rubric of the same narrative.
And so, but that's the way that the medievals understood it. You can't understand Dante if you don't understand that the ancients actually saw that there were deep analogies between the Greek myths and the Roman stories and scripture, and that they lived in all those two worlds as a fusion of those two worlds together. And so they had analogies between the things. You know, in some medieval churches in the Middle Ages, you had the Bible and you also had the Aeneid there. That was like a text that people consulted because it was known to contain prophecies of Christ. In that way, it kind of was integrated into everybody's Christianity. You know? And you could see just how ancient people lived.